Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And today marks Scarlet and Violet 151 being released, which is amazing. And because I pre-record a lot of my stuff, like this video, I'm actually recording this the day before Thursday. I don't have any physical product. Expect a ETB opening tomorrow, as long as FedEx actually delivers my package. But we are going to go ahead and take a look at the entire set and talk about what we like, talk about what we don't like, and look at this amazing art. Holy cow, I've seen a few pieces. It is so good. Like this Bulbasaur. This is a regular Bulbasaur, not special art. And I just love it. The God rays coming down from the sky. Bulbasaur just looking super happy as always and adorable. It is a 70 HP grass Pokemon, and for 2 energy, Leech Seed 20 damage, heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. That's a very Pokemon base set attack for Bulbasaur. It's not great. Healing 20 damage when you only have 70 HP is not something that's going to be revolutionary, right? So this attack just kind of falls flat. I would have preferred some sort of, say Stun Spore, 20 damage, and flip a coin and your opponent's paralyzed or something for 2 energy. I think that would be fine. But yeah, sadly this attack doesn't really thrill me. This Ivysaur, again, in a spotlight in the middle of a forest with those God rays coming down. Love it. We've got 2 energy, Leech Seed, 30 damage, heal 20 from this Pokemon. And again, don't really care. 3 energy, Vine Whip, 80. It's just not doing it for me. But that's not the main event of this Bulbasaur and this Ivysaur, right? Because the main event is Venusaur EX with 340 HP. Ability, Tranquil Flower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your active spot, you may heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon, which is pretty powerful. 3 energy, Dangerous Tox Whip, I think, and 150 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. So the reason why Tranquil Flower is actually pretty powerful is the fact that you can switch to different Venusaurs and heal 60 for each of them. So if you do get a full 4 Venusaur EX out and are able to switch between all 4 of them to heal a massive 240 damage, that can be game defying. So this Venusaur looks like a lot of fun. The biggest weakness that really any grass deck has is the fact that it's weak to fire, and fire is not exactly hated by the Pokemon company, and they give fire a lot of good stuff. So that's really the biggest downside for Venusaur, but I do like it. I think healing this 60 could be pretty massive and lead to big swings. Maybe you're losing and then you get all these Tranquil Flowers off and you heal up a Pokemon, so it takes away a KO, so you're back in it, Love it. We've got a Charmander, 70 HP, 1 energy, discard 8 Stadium in play, 2 energy, 30 damage. See, they like fire Pokemon. Charmander is just so much better than Bulbasaur in this set. It's sad. But yeah. Charmeleon, 1 energy, 20 damage, 3 energy, 90, discard an energy from this Pokemon. Not bad. And we've got Charizard EX with 330 HP, 1 fire energy, 60 plus. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack does 100 more. 160 for a single energy, 160 doubled is 320. Still 20 damage short of KOing a Venusaur, but come on! And then we got Explosive Vortex for 4 energy, a massive 330 damage. Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. Fire. Charizard EX the dark version from Obsidian Flames is such a popular Pokemon. Now you have another Charizard EX that you can slide in there. Maybe as a 1-of, maybe as a 2-of even. And, you know, I would go 1-of EX, 1 of Pokemon Go, 3 of the dark Obsidian Flames one, and you've got so many options. It's ridiculous. And really good. I mean, yeah, Pokemon Company loves Charizard. Moving on. We've got Squirtle. I don't hate Squirtle at all. Let's see if this card's any good. The art is fantastic. Jump into that river. Man, looks like Squirtle's just having the best day ever. So, Squirtle, 60 HP, 1 energy, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. Love it. It's a very simple attack, but it can really make impactful turns. You know, if you're not drawn well, but you're able to flip heads and survive long enough to recover your hand and bring out a decent force, withdraw is just going to help that, you know? It's going to help make that possible. 2 energy, Skull Bash, 20 damage. Terrible. Why couldn't it be 30? Well, Charmander had 30. 2 energy, 30. Why doesn't Squirtle get 30? Come on. Wartortle. Again, this art is on fire, and these are the regular arts, not the special arts that are freaking amazing. I'm loving this. So, Wartortle. Free diving. Single water energy. Put up to 3 basic water energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. That's okay. 2 energy, 50 damage. It's okay. It's not bad. The free diving would be better on the Squirtle, but I understand, like, I also like withdraw on the Squirtle. And you gotta give Wartortle something, I guess. So, it's not bad. It's a decent recovery for when you need it, but if you're using Wartortle instead of Superior Energy Retrieval, you are in a rough spot. And now we have Blastoise EX with 330 HP, Solid Shell. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks, so essentially it has 360 HP if you're trying to one-hit KO it, which is just kind of ridiculous. That means you have to have a base attack of 180. Is that how much Luxray does for the reversal energy? It might be. That might be a great counter to this Blastoise. But 2 energy, twin cannons, 140 times. So discard up to 2 basic water energy cards from your hand. This attack does 140 for each card you discard in this way. I have a love-hate relationship with this, with it discarding from your hand and not from the Pokemon. That means if that Pokemon gets knocked out, that was 4 energy that just went to the discard, which is really rough. If it was discard from the Pokemon, then at least you discard it there, and your opponent knocks it out, then it was only 2 energy that went, and then you got another 2 energy for someone else, right? So it's surprisingly energy hungry. However, if Blastoise is not being knocked out, it's actually pretty awesome that you're discarding from your hand and not from the Pokemon, because then it's just ready to attack next turn. And if you did discard from the Pokemon, it would be, you know, how do you get the 2 energy on there and all that. So I am actually liking this Blastoise. I just don't know if it's going to be, like, amazing, right? So we made it through the Kanto starters. Let's keep going. We got Caterpie. Heck yeah, Caterpie. 50 HP, 1 grass energy, leaf munch, 10 damage, plus if your opponent's active Pokemon is a grass Pokemon, this attack does 30 more. You'll basically never do that. It'll always be 10 because grass Pokemon just can't make it in the meta. Sorry, my throat. Maybe that'll help. Sorry. We got a Metapod, 90 HP, just, you know, barely making in for level ball. 1 energy tackle, 2 energy defensive posture. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. Awesome. Love the art, you know? Just... And it's the same artist for all 3 cards. That's awesome. They were able to, like, keep the same artist on the whole evolution line. Jeez. This set is so amazing. So, Butterfree. Stage 2, 130 HP grass Pokemon. Single grass energies. Whirlwind, 60 damage. Switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. Oh, your opponent's... switch out your opponent's active so that they would choose the new one. Yes, that makes sense. I actually like that. I feel like there's been a trend to have, like, high retreat Pokemon for support. But Barrel is 2 energy. Baxcalibur is 2 energy. Even the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames, that's 2 energy to retreat. So, bringing something into the active, although you don't get that choice, your opponent does, it can still mess with your opponent because so much energy has to be devoted to the active. So I do like it. And, why do they name it that? 2 energy, bye-bye flight. Choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Shuffle that Pokemon and all cards, all attached cards into their deck. And then shuffle this Pokemon and all attached cards into your deck. If your opponent has no bench Pokemon, this attack does nothing. It's okay. It's not great. I'm not going to play this just for Whirlwind. I'm definitely not going to be playing it for Bye-Bye Flight. There are other Pokemon that do that in different ways. So I would just go with, like that promo Spidops. We got Weedle. Weedle with 50 HP, 1 energy, Ram, 10 damage, 2 energy, Bug Bite, 20 damage, no one cares. Kakuna, with an ability, prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to this Pokemon. Damage is not an effect, but damage counters, placing damage counters is an effect. So, that would actually prevent Sableye from being able to put damage counters on Kakuna. But it would not prevent, say, Rapid Strike Urshifu from attacking the bench and KOing Kakuna. So, it's a little wonky. You've probably watched my damage versus damage counters video. It's a little wonky. And 2 energy, Zit. Love it. 20 damage. It's just, Zit. Yep. Okay. That's a creative name. And it's something I could see in the wild, like a Kakuna just sitting there on a tree going zzz, zzz, zzz. So I love it. Then we've got Beedrill, and Beedrill is actually a pretty big deal for a lot of Pokemon players, especially the designers. So 130 HP, kind of low, 2 energy, Nadir, Needle, I don't know, 30 plus. If you have no cards in hand, this attack does 120 more damage. And your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed and poisoned. Whoo! Say hello to Radiant Venusaur. Let's bring out a new 0 card hand deck. You just need Twin Energy, and you're doing 130 because of the minus 20. And you are paralyzing and poisoning, and you just gotta empty your hand every turn. That is a jank deck if I've ever seen one. I can't wait to start building with Beedrill. Is there something better for Kakuna and possibly Weedle? Maybe some sort of multiply attack or ability, or something that can speed up evolutions. I would have to take a look, but Beedrill, not bad. We do have another one, 2 grass energy, pierce 110. You're not doing that, right? You don't want to do that. Although there is a card later on that might make it to where you do run grass with Beedrill. Conversation for later, right? Let's keep going. We can't have this go on too long. It's already been 13 minutes, and I'm like 10 cards in. Let's go. Pidgey, 50 HP, single energy, call for family, search for up to 2 basic Pokemon, put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Pretty awesome attack. That's how we like Call for Family. If it's Call for Family and you get 1 basic, sucks. If it's Call for Family and you get 3 basics, it's freaking broken. 2 is the nice balanced number, but we do prefer 3. 2 energy, 20 damage. Pidgeotto, 1 energy, 20 damage. No one cares. Pidgeot, 1 energy, flap, 40 damage, 3 energy, fly, 150, flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing, dang. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. That's not bad, But that Tails is so bad. Like, if it was Tails and you can't attack next turn, I would be like, fine, who cares? It's got free retreat anyways. But Tails nothing, so 50% of the time, 3 energy, you're doing nothing. But 50% of the time, you get immunity for the next turn. I like the immunity. But it's not better than Pidgeot EX, in my opinion. Rattata. It's been a while since I've seen a Rattata, I feel. 40 HP, 2 energy, Gnaw the Wound. Ouch. 20 plus. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So with a double turbo energy, it's just 10 more for each. It's just 10 damage for every damage counter, which is 10 damage. So they just double their damage, which that could be huge. If your deck is reliant on double turbo, you might play a one of Rattata to have a single prize attacker where it's like, oh, I'm missing that KO. I gotta hit it twice. I'll hit it once, they'll KO me, then what do? I nest ball for the Rattata, put the double turbo on there, and next turn, boom, it's knocked out. Like, that's pretty amazing. That Rattata, seriously, pretty amazing. Raticate, 70 HP, 2 energy, second bite, 30 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Dude, yes. This is a jank deck. I'm gonna try to figure out how do you put damage counters out there most effectively, and it might be Sableye, and then play this Raticate, and then we can just triple the amount of damage that they have on them, and that is amazing. Love it. Love those two. Seriously, awesome. Free retreat too. Raticate, you chunky boy. How'd you get so fast? Love it. Spearow. Personal favorite. I loved Spearow in Gen 1. 50 HP, ability, evolutionary advantage. If you go second, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn. Yes! Spearow. 1 energy, speed dive, 10 damage. Fearow, let's check it out. Is it good? 90 HP, so level ball is a thing. Beak catch. Search your deck for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. 1 energy, speed dive 50. The search for 3 cards? Search your deck for up to 3 cards. 3 cards! Any 3 cards! It's not items. I thought it was going to be items. It's not items, it's not Pokemon, it's not energy. It is any 3 cards you want, you need, Fearow's got your back. And if you are going second, you can evolve from Spearow into Fearow, single energy attack. Amazing. I love it. Oh, my throat is killing me. I got so much more to say. Ekans, 70 HP, 2 energy, acid spray, 30 damage, flip a coin, if heads, and then discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. I do like it. It is a bit disruptive. I would prefer it for like 1 energy, 20 damage, flip a coin, but this isn't bad, and it's not going to be... I think it's okay. Arbok EX, 2 energy, bind down, 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat, and 3 energy, menacing fangs, 150. Your opponent discards 2 cards from their hand? Oh, that is good. And that art, oh, I feel like I see the liquid coming out. Like, it is, and I know that's what they're going for, so it's perfect, but it is so good looking. Wow. They went so hard on that, and they really didn't have to. I kind of like Arbok. I might be playing it. It is interesting, to say the least. Pikachu, 60 HP, 1 energy charge. Search your deck for a basic lightning energy card and attach it to this Pokemon. Hate that. I hate attacks that force you to attach it to that active Pokemon, because the chances of Pikachu, 60 HP, being knocked down is pretty high. Then we have Raichu, so 120 HP. Electrical grounding. I do like that art, you know? It does, like, very much remind me of a dog, though. Especially my dog. He stands like that quite a bit, even with the paw up. Electrical grounding. When one of your Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, you may move a lightning energy from that Pokemon to this Pokemon. Oh, okay, so it's, who has that? Kingdra has that for water energy, I believe. So Raichu, just when you're playing a deck, you could throw on an EXP share, and then you get 2 energy, which is pretty awesome, and helps you build up Thunder pretty quick. Thunder doing 180 damage for 3 energy is not bad. A reversal energy would take care of that. This Pokemon does 50 damage to itself, so it's going to be super easy to knock out. But you're doing 180. That's KOing the Blastoise EX we were talking about. Sandshrew, 60 HP, Sand Screen. Trainer cards in your opponent's discard pile can't be put into their deck by an effect of your opponent's item or supporter cards. Okay. And then 2 energy, 30. That ability is kind of strange. It's going to affect, I believe, control decks. Control decks like to recover things, so that's going to affect them pretty bad. Sand Slash, love that art. 120 HP, 1 energy, Rumble, 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat, not bad. 3 energy, Spike Run, 80 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has damage counters on it, this attack does 100 more, so 180 plus whatever damage they have. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie, that could be really good. I'm not a fan of the 3 energy, but I understand it's 180 damage possibly. So they can't let you... 2 energy would be too few, right? Nidoran, female. 2 energy, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon's now paralyzed, okay. 2 energy on a basic, that like evolving up to stage 2 basic. You don't really want 2 energy on there. You want 1 energy, then you'll evolve into Nidorina. Here we go. 90 HP, so level ball. Fetch family. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Then shuffle your deck. Okay, you're going to find your stage 2. You're going to find possibly a basic and a stage 1. Something like that. Try to get evolution lines out, but it's also going to help you out getting your engine. There we go. But barrel and whatnot. 2 energy, Sharp Fang, 50. Nidoqueen, Queen Press, 2 energy, 90. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Just locking out basic Pokemon. Interesting. 3 energy, 160. Queen Press could be pretty big. You know, like Chimpao can't hurt her. Think about that. Sorry. It's cold outside, so like it's messing with me right now. Nidoran male, 1 energy, Horn Attack, 20. Nice. Nidorino, 1 energy, Sharp Fang, 30. 3 energy, Superpowered Horns, 100. A Nidoking, 170 HP. Enthusiastic King. If you have Nidoqueen in play, ignore all energy in the cost of attacks used by this Pokemon. Ooh, that is so awesome. 0 energy, effectively, as long as you have a Nidoqueen out. Venomous Impact, 190. Your opponent's active Pokemon now poisoned, so it's 200 damage. That is awesome. I love it. As someone that loves 0 energy decks, this is something that could lead to a 0 energy deck. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could definitely do a low energy deck, just expecting to use this for free, and then using Queen Press from Nidoqueen. I love it. That combo is so good. Clefairy, 60 HP, 1 energy, Moon Viewing Invitation. Search your deck for up to 3 Clefairy, put them onto your bench. Perfect. Love it. 2 energy, 20 damage, no one cares. We've got Clefable, but don't we also have a EX, a Clefable EX? That might be something. With the putting 3 Clefairies out and then evolve them the next turn sort of thing. Let's check out this Clefable. 100 HP, 1 energy, Follow Me. Switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokemon to the active spot. So that's your control. You get to switch it in. That's pretty cool. More Moon, 50 damage. If your opponent's Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take 1 more prize card. That is phenomenal, and I think that makes this the backup attacker to Clefable EX. Clefable EX probably can set up a Pokemon to be knocked out this way, then more Moon from this Clefable to take that extra prize, and then you got a single prizer in the active. I love it. I love it. Volpeck, 70 HP, 2 energy, Super Singe, 20 damage, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. I'd rather just do the burn. It's 2 energy. Just do the burn, and then your opponent flips a coin anyways. Ninetales EX. Now, there's a lot of Ninetales out there, so I do think we'll see some sort of deck come from Ninetales. So, 260 HP, 1 energy, Heat Wave, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Like I was saying with Volpeck, good. Just do the burn. But 2 energy, Mirrored Flames, 80 plus. If you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent, this attack does 140, which would mean it's a grand total of 220. Love it. Absolutely. Judge comes into mind. Iono, maybe. There's so many ways that you can manipulate your hand. I do think Ninetales is pretty sweet that way. So yeah, that's awesome. 220 for 2 energy. Sign me up. Jigglypuff, 78. There are a lot of busted Pokemon in this set. What the heck? And some of them are just giving me real classic Pokemon base set vibes. You know what I mean? So Jigglypuff, 70 HP. Probably because it is base set Pokemon, you know, Gen 1. But still, like the strategies, the mechanics. Love it. 1 energy, Lead. Search your deck for a supporter card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Okay. 2 energy, Stompy Stomp. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Man, I wish it was better. Maybe if it was like 20 plus 20 for each heads, but yeah, I get it. Wigglytuff EX. Now I did see this, and I think this is busted. Honestly, 250 HP. Ability, Expanding Body. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached, it gets 100 HP. So it has 350 Stage 1 HP Pokemon. And we have a Wigglytuff, not EX, single prizer, that can accelerate special energy, therapeutic, from your hand onto any Pokemon. Then you also just attach a double turbo. You have Friend Tackle, 3 energy, 90 plus. If you played a support card this from your hand during this turn, this attack does 90 more damage. You're always playing a supporter every turn. At least that's the goal. So you use the old Wigglytuff from how they evolved. Not that old. Attach therapeutic energy. Attach double turbo. You have a 350 Wigglytuff that is doing minus 20, 160 damage. And you can Sharon's Care this thing. Yeah, good. Wigglytuff is so freaking good. I'm, of course, going to build around it, and we'll see what happens. We got a Zubat. 40 HP, kind of sad. Revealing Echo. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may have your opponent reveal their hand. Why does it not have free retreat? Give this thing free retreat, and I would love it. Without it, who cares? Sorry, Zubat. Sorry. Golbat. That art. Oof. I love, like, the poison fog coming out. Hazing, haze fog, whatever you want to call it, coming out of its mouth. It looks so awesome. Cartoony and awesome. 80 HP. 1 energy, skill dive. This attack does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. That's pretty cool. Manaphy, I thought for a while it should see less play, but Rapid Strike decks seem to keep doing well. So, of course, you gotta throw in that Manaphy again. But that is interesting. 40 damage. Oddish. Heck yeah. 60 HP, 2 energy, 20 damage. But heck yeah. Look at that art. Sekio, I think. Fantastic. I love that type of art. Like, it just... Oh, it's so freaking awesome. Like pastels or something. Love it. Gloom, 70 HP, semi-blooming energy. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. We need Scoop Up Net Pack. Give us Scoop Up Net and I would love this. Currently 3 cards isn't a lot. However, Vileplume here, 140 HP, similar ability, but with 8 cards. That is awesome. I do wish this was once per turn. I believe there's a Blastoise that does once per turn. It might be from Pokemon Go, so it might not be long for this format. But seriously, I would love this if it wasn't just once. Again, Scoop Up Net is needed. 3 energy, 90 damage just isn't enough. However, we do have that Blossom, right? I believe it's like you gotta throw on a bunch of grass energy and then it flips a ton of coins and does 70 for each head sort of thing. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a combination since you are playing the Blossom anyways and you can play the Vileplume, same evolution line. Yeah, there's a deck here. Just wondering if it's good enough. Paris. Oh, man, I love Paris. 70 HP. 1 energy, 10 damage, 2 energy, Spore Ball, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. That's what I was talking about. How long ago? Just give me... Oh, it was with Bulbasaur, the first card. Just give me that 20 damage and give me a Spore effect. A Stun Spore, a Sleep Spore. We got Sleep Spore here. Still coin flip, but they're asleep. That can be major. And for the 2 energy, you want something like that that can be major. Parasect, 120 HP. Single energy, flip 2 coins. Search your deck for any number of grass Pokemon up to the number of heads and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. 2 energy, 50. That's not great. I wish it was like flip until you get tails sort of thing. That would be interesting because there would be those turns where you just flip 5 heads and then you get 5 grass Pokemon. It's like, all right, I got my evolutions. I've got some backups. I'm good. But there would be those turns where you get 0. This, it's the same deal. There will be those turns you get 0. There will be some turns you get 2. Most turns you're getting 1. Not good enough. Sorry, Parasect. Venonat. 70 HP, 1 energy, 10 damage, 3 energy, 40. Next up, we've got ATV Venomoth. 90 HP, which is level ball territory, so that's pretty good. 1 energy, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. Item lock, confusion, 30 damage, Venomoth. What the heck? That's awesome. 3 energy, 90 damage. You don't care. It's the item lock that you want. Diglett digs for sure. 50 HP, 1 energy, 10 damage, 2 energy, 30. Okay. Dugtrio, 90 HP, 1 energy, 40 damage, 2 energy, 80. This is the worst card we've seen yet. Holy cow. And we're at 51 out of 165. We're a third of the way there almost. Meowth, 70 HP, such a good boy. Trying to give him meds has got me all scraped up and stuff. But my Meowth at home, such a good boy. I love him. 1 energy, come here right now. Right, Meow. Meowth's not doing that, I'll tell you right now. Flip a coin, if heads, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. That's pretty fun. And Dig Claws, 20 damage. Not bad. Persian, 110. Rocket Call. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Giovanni's Charisma card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's not bad. And Persian doesn't have to be in the active. That's just going to be a support Pokemon. Ooh. But then Sandshrew can counter your ability to recycle the Giovanni's Charisma. I'm already seeing how these games are going to play out. This is so cool. Yeah, I like it. Giovanni's Charisma is a pretty good card. We got Psyduck. 70 HP, 1 energy, overthink. During your opponent's next turn, whenever they flip a coin, treat it as tails? What? Just shut down every coin flip deck? Dude. That's pretty good. 1 energy, water gun. So you either shut down a coin flip deck or you do 10 damage. Those are such, like... Yeah. Okay. Golduck, here we go. 110 HP. 1 energy. Put up to 4 Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. I like that it's into hand. And 3 energy, 120. That's not bad. But, yeah, I just feel like 110 for this Golduck is a little bit too low. But yeah, otherwise, that's not a bad card. I could see it like doing stuff for people. Mankey, 60 HP, 1 energy, Thrash, 20 plus. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. I kind of like it. It's flippy, but I like it. Primeape, 120, 1 energy, Rant and Rave, 40 damage. This Pokemon is now confused. Why? Why confuse itself? 3 energy, 150. If this Pokemon isn't confused, this attack does nothing. That's why it has to confuse itself. That's bad. I'm sorry, Primeape. That's just bad. So, either you have to get confusion on yourself, and then 50-50 shot of doing 150, or doing 30 to yourself. It's just no. No, I'm done. Sorry, Primeape. Sorry. I loved you, but no. Growlithe, 80 HP, 1 energy, Vaporize, 10 damage, discard a water energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty specific, but, you know, yeah, I get it. Arcanine, 150, 1 energy, Torrent. I love the, like, mountain framing Arcanine, beautiful. Was that, like, in base set? Was it like that? No, I think Arcanine was, when I say base set, just understand, I mean the 3, like, first sets that fill out the Pokedex. I think it was in a field. Not like that. I just know there's some connection to a mountain with Arcanine. I can't remember. But 30 damage, attach up to 2 fire energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. This Pokemon is the part where I don't like it too much. But we do have Dynamite Fang, 4 energy, but 240 damage is a lot. Then discard 2 fire energy from this Pokemon. You don't want to have to do Torrent, but if you have to, it's not terrible, I guess. Poliwag, 60 HP, 1 energy, 10 damage, flip a coin. If heads, they're paralyzed. Not bad. Poliwhirl, adorable. 90 HP, 1 energy, 20 damage, 2 energy, Frog Hop, 30 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 60 more damage. I would actually prefer it if it was 60 plus 30. Just because tails you do 30 is pretty bad. Heads you do 90 is pretty good. Poliwrath, 160 HP, 1 energy, 50, flip a coin. If heads, they're paralyzed. Okay, 3 energy, 100, flip a coin. If heads, 150. Again, if those numbers were flipped, maybe, but not loving it. Sorry, Poliwrath. Abra, 1 energy, Psyshot, 20 damage with 50 HP. That's not bad. I think that's like very reminiscent of base set Abra. Kadabra, been a long time, Kadabra. 80 HP, 1 energy, teleportation attack, 30 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. I like this because it leads into Alakazam EX, 310 HP, 2 energy, Mind Jack, 90 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage to your opponent's bench. Wait, 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, that's pretty good. But the next one, Dimensional Hand, 2 Psychic Energy, 120. This attack can be used even if this Pokemon is on the bench. What? You have a Pokemon attacking from the bench while you have, say, Mimikyu in the active. Can't be damaged by Pokemon V or EXs. Someone's going to make a very weird deck with this, and I'm going to love it and hate it at the same time. We got Machamp, 70 HP, 1 energy, discard the top card of your opponent's deck, 2 energy, punch, 30 damage. Machoke, 100 HP, 2 energy, mountain ramming, 50 damage, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Okay, I'm not hating this. Machamp, 180 HP, ability Guts. If this Pokemon would be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip a coin. If heads, this Pokemon is not knocked out, and its remaining HP becomes 10. Okay, so Machamp has some survivability. 2 energy, mountain chopping, 100. Discard top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. It's got to be more than 100. Come on. It's okay. Bellsprout, 60 HP, 1 energy, cut, 10 damage, 2 energy, bind down, 20 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Okay. Weeping Bell, 90 HP, 1 energy, cut, 30, 2 energy, spray fluid. Really? That's what you came up with? Okay. Could have just been like spray acid. Has to be spray fluid? 50 damage. Victory Bell. Come on, make this all worth it. 150 HP. 1 energy, spit up, 50. 2 energy, slow acting acid, 120. At the end of your opponent's next turn, put 12 damage counters on the defending Pokemon. Okay, so that's 240 if they don't swap out. They could double switch. They could just retreat to a different attacker. But 2 energy, 240. That is freaking tempting, right? Yeah. Tentacool, 60 HP. 1 energy, 10 damage. 2 energy, 20. Tentacruel, 120 HP. 2 energy, 30. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. 3 energy. Tentacular Panic. Okay. 90 times. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 90 damage for each heads. If the first flip is tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, so you're getting something. That's pretty nice. I wish it was like 2 energy maybe. Maybe 2 water energy specifically. I think that would be a better payment for this because it's flippy regardless. But if you get tails on the first one, you're still getting confusion off. If you get heads on the first one, you're at least getting 90 and then 90 for each additional heads. I like it. I don't think 3 energy it's worth it, but I like it. Geodude, 80 HP, 1 energy, stiffen. Dude, really? Not harden? I guess that's also, like, weird. But during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage. 2 energy, Knuckle Punch, 20. Meh. Graveler, 110. 1 energy, Rock Cannon. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 40 damage for each head. That's pretty cool for 1 energy, you know? 3 energy, 60 damage. Why 60? That's so low. Golem EX, man, that artwork is explosive. Literally, the rocks are flying in front of the card art. Like, dude, awesome. But you do see Golem's little toesies right there. So 1 energy. Dynamic roll, 50. During your next turn, attacks used by this Pokemon do 120 more damage to your opponent's active. Bad. Well, no, wait. Okay, I think this is an effect placed on Golem, which is pretty good. Meaning, even if you can't get the 3 energy for Rock Blaster, so that would do 300, you can still dynamic roll again, but this time it would be 170 damage. I like it. 1 energy after you do dynamic roll once, 50, and then you do 170 the next turn, and you can just keep rolling and keep doing 170. Golem, heck yeah. You just want damage reducers on it, which we've got that Galarian chest plate for fighting Pokemon like Golem. Beautiful, beautiful. Ponyta, 70 HP. 1 energy, collect, draw a card. 3 energy, flop, 30. Yeah, 3 energy, flop, it is a flop. Collect is not bad. Rapidash, 100 HP. 1 energy, Singe. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. 3 energy, Mock Turn, 90. Switch to this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. A Hidden Runner doing 90 damage is pretty good. You put up Mimikyu, but Pokemon with rule boxes can't hurt Mimikyu. Or is it specifically V and EX? It might be specifically V and EX. Slowpoke, adorable. I just want to poke his belly. 80 HP, 1 energy, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions. I don't care. Like, it's a evolving basic. It's not going to be sitting out there. And healing 30 isn't much. Special conditions is nice if you can't get your Slow King or Slowbro out, because then you remove burn or poison or whatever is affecting you. But, like, I don't really care. Slowbro, 130. 1 energy, Big Yawn. Both active Pokemon are now asleep. I kind of don't dig this. You'll get 2 chances to wake up, or your opponent will only get 1 before their turn. So, like, I kind of dig it. 3 energy, Laid Back Tackle, 160. If this Pokemon evolved during this turn, this attack does nothing. Why? Whatever. I do like this Slowbro. It's got something going on. But I don't like the fact that the big attack you can't use if you evolve this turn. You have to be further ahead in the game than most games allow. But I like it. I still like it. Don't get me wrong. It's just like that brought it down a notch. Magnemite, 60 HP, 1 energy, 10, 2 energy, 60. This does 60 damage to itself. So it'd KO itself. You gotta increase the HP. But that timing could be interesting. Magneton, dude, they look like toys. Is that clay? That might be clay. So well done. 90 HP, Magneton, there we go. Already said it once. 1 energy, put up to 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand. 3 energy, 60. This is kind of difficult because there's Magnezone nowadays, and this is a set only about the original 151, so they couldn't give it better than Magnezone, right? Wow, this is taking a while, I do apologize. Farfetch'd, it's why I break this up usually against multiple days, but I couldn't do it with this special set. Farfetch'd, 90 HP, so level ball. 1 energy, package deal, draw 2 cards. 1 energy, leak, clobber, there we go. Clobber, 30 damage. 1 energy, 30 is what we would expect. We're not hitting weakness for anything. The 2 draw 2 cards is pretty good too. So, I don't know. I kind of like Farfetch'd. If it had free retreat, I'd like it a heck of a lot more. Doduo, that art. I don't know why, but it's giving me Pod Racer vibes. Probably with these stone arches. But Doduo, run through the desert, 70 HP, 1 energy, reckless charge, 30 damage. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. I like it. It's a good kind of like just basic, thing. But then Dodrio, 100 HP, zooming draw. Once during your turn, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. If you do, draw a card. That's pretty cool. I like that kind of draw. I wonder if it's worth it, right? 1 energy, ballistic beak, 10 plus. This attack does 30 more for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Heck yeah! Oh, that now we are talking. Love it. Absolutely. Seal. What an adorable little puppy-faced seal. I mean, that just looks like a puppy to me. 80 HP, 1 energy, 20 damage. Okay. Dugong, 130, 2 energy. This does 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. 3 energy, Aurora Beam, 100. Nope, you're playing it for Dual Splash. But I don't think Dual Splash does enough, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Grimer, 80 HP, 1 energy, Gummy Press, 10 damage during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon's retreat cost is 1 more. That's fun. Muck, 150, Sticky Jail, 30 damage during your opponent's next turn. Attacks used by the defending Pokemon cost 1 more, and its retreat cost is 1 more. That's fun. 4 energy, Sludge Bomb, 180. No, thank you. 4 energy. You're not getting 4 energy on a Pokemon. If you are getting 4 energy on a Pokemon, how? Shelter, 70 HP, 2 water energy, Shell Press, 30. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Okay. It's okay. Cloyster, 130, 2 energy, Protect Charge, 80. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. Again, it's okay. Ghastly, 50 HP, 1 energy, Suffocating Gas, 20 damage. Haunter, 80 HP. Ability, Spirit Return. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may put a supporter card from your opponent's discard pile into their hand. It's mischievous. It messes with your opponent a little bit, but I don't think it's ever good to give them supporter cards, so kind of pointless. 2 energy, 30 damage. I mean, I can see why they did this with this Gengar, but let's continue. Gengar, 130 HP, 1 energy, Poltergeist. 50 times. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. Cool. You know, supporters are trainers, so that Haunter's putting a support back in their hand, so that's one more trainer, and Gengar can take advantage of that. But I wish it was, I wish, let's say Scoop Up Net was back, then you could evolve a bunch of Haunters and put 3 supporters back into their hand, then attack with this Gengar, and, you know, you're doing 150 more damage. I get that. That would be really cool. Without Scoop Up Net, sadly, I just don't see it as good enough. But 2 energy, Hollow Dive, 110, put 3 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon any way you like. Kinda dig it. Like, it's interesting. This Gengar is definitely interesting. I can definitely see people building around it. Onix, 120, 2 energy, Thump Avalanche, 80 times. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. This attack does 80 damage for each Pokemon with a retreat cost of exactly 4 you discard this way. I was noticing retreat costs seem a little high in this set. This is why. That can be a fun type of deck. If you discard 5 Pokemon with 4 retreat cost, you're looking at 400 damage. If you can do that somehow, let me know. I would love to try. Drowsy, 80 HP, 2 energy, 30 damage. It's alright. Hypno, 110 HP. Here for Hypnosis, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon asleep. That's cool. 3 energy, Super Side Bolt, 110. It doesn't take advantage of the sleep. So when we have something that takes advantage of the sleep, with like Dream Eater or something, then I'm gonna like this Hypno. For now, it's okay. Krabby, 70 HP, 1 energy, Salt Water. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. 3 energy, Crabhammer, 50. 3 energy, Crabhammer, 90 from the Kingler. I like a bit more. 4 energy, Guillotine, 220 damage is a lot. I like it. 4 energy is a lot, though. It's a superior energy retrieval, so yeah. Alright, now we got Voltorb, 60 HP, lightning Pokemon, tumbling attack, 10 plus, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. If you're attacking with Voltorb, you know, waiting for the evolution, then it's a fine attack. Nothing great. Electrode, 90 HP, 1 energy, Bang Boom Chain, 20 plus. Before doing damage, you may discard any number of Pokemon tools from your Pokemon. This attack does 40 more damage for each card you discard this way. That's fun. 2 energy, Electro Ball, 70, no one cares. The tools thing is fun. It's difficult to recover tools, especially now that they aren't items. So what are you doing then? You know, like, you can set up for big turns, but how many big turns, right? With 5 Pokemon that's on the bench, that's 6 possible tools. You're looking at doing 240? Yeah, 260 because of the 20 plus. That can be super big. And I know there's Pokemon like Reverum EX that can attach 4 tools to itself, so you can go even bigger, but I'm just wondering if it's worth it, right? Oh, wow, come on. Execute. There we go. 60 HP, 2 energy, ball roll 30 times, flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 damage for each heads. It's alright. Executor, 140 HP, 2 energy, psychic, 30 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. I like that. That can really take advantage, but I don't think 30 is enough. 4 energy, hammer in 130. So, Executor, I just don't think it's enough. I'm sorry. Cubone, 70 HP, Cheering Bone. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, attacks by your Marowak do 30 more damage to your opponent's active. And it doesn't say it's limited to once, so we gotta look at Marowak. And there's probably another Marowak this could work with too that might be better. So, 1 energy, hit twice, flip 2 coins, 10 damage for each heads. Bad attack. Marowak. Come on, Marowak. 120, 1 fighting energy, bone throw, 30. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Wait. To your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, so you have 3 Cubones out. That's 60 more. That's 90 damage for 1 energy plus 30 to the bench. And then you also have Boundless Power, which is 2 energy, 120. So that could be 180 for 2 energy. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. You'll have to double switch, but I like it. The Cubone is what makes it awesome. There, like I said, there's probably another Marowak that's going to be better or is better, but I like it. Hitmonlee, 110. Twister Kick. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. That's fun. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. That's also fun. So just everyone takes a damage counter, move to the bench, throw up Mimikyu, see if they can hurt you. Not bad. 3 energy, 100 damage. I don't care. Hitmonchan, 120. Hitmonchan's usually the more favored, so we'll see if it's better. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Okay, Rocky Helmet, then you're doing 50 damage if it's the punch one. I'm forgetting, and I play it so often. It would be 70 damage, which isn't bad either. 2 energy, 60. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Excited Punch attack does 60 more. I don't like how it's conflicting. The counterattack ability wants you to be kind of knocked out or at least damaged. Excited Punch needs Hitmonchan to survive to do 120 next turn. And 120 next turn, and 120 next turn. So I'm just not sure if this is actually going to be good enough. Lickitung, 100 HP, 3 energy, Tongue-Tied, 70 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't attack. That's pretty cool. Coughing, 60 HP, Suspicious Gas, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon's now confused. Oh, I thought I was going to go poisoned. Wheezing, 110. Ability, Let's Have a Blast. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin. If heads, the attacking Pokemon is knocked out. Oh, man, that is going to suck for some people, but that is something I'm probably going to play. 2 energy, Spinning Fumes, 50. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. I love this Wheezing. It's so freaking good. You know, you're doing spread. Maybe you have Raticate, you know, ready to go as well. That might be my deck. And they attack into you, 50% chance they're knocked out too. Like, love it. Rhyhorn, 100 HP, 2 energy, push down, 20 damage, switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. So your opponent gets to choose a new active. 3 energy, 70. Alright, we know this is building up to the Rhydon. Rhydon, 120, 2 energy, 30, 3 energy, Charismatic Drill, 40 plus if you play Giovanni's Charisma from your hand during your turn. This attack does 140 more damage, so 180, and you play Giovanni's Charisma. I like that synergy. You're probably playing Persian too, and there's probably a Rhyperior somewhere where you can play and have a backup sort of thing with the extra evolution. I like it. I think this is interesting. Chansey, adorable. Just sit on the bus bench, I imagine. Look at all these 4-leaf clothers. Let's look at this lucky bonus ability. If you took this Pokemon as a face-down prize card during your turn and your bench isn't full before you put it into your hand, you may put it onto your bench. If you put this Pokemon onto your bench in this way, flip a coin. If heads, take one more prize. That is a pretty lucky bonus. 50% chance to take a prize. Is there some way to get this into the prizes? That's the big question. I think there is, but it might not be that great of a way, you know? The 3 energy Gentle Slap, 70 damage, I don't care about. Tangela, 80 HP, 1 energy, Tactful Tangling, 10 plus. If you played Erica's Invitation from your hand during this turn, this attack does 60 more damage, so that's 70 for a single energy. That's not bad. I wish it did something else, though, especially for the Tactful Tangling, like they can't retreat or something. Kangaskhan EX, triple draw, so draw 3 cards. Okay. 3 energy, Incenting Punching. What? Incessant Punching. Flip 4 coins. This attack does 100 damage for each heads. It's alright. It's not bad. It's alright. Horsey, 60 HP, 1 energy, 10 damage, 3 energy, 40. Seadra, 80 HP, 3 energy, Blinding Ink, 50. During your opponent's next turn, if the defending Pokemon tries to attack, the opponent has to flip 2 coins. If either of them are tails, that attack does nothing. That can really shut down some decks. That's fun. Goldeen, been a long time since we've seen Goldeen, I feel. 70 HP, 1 energy, 10 times, flip 3 coins. This attack does 10 for each head. Not bad. 2 energy, 20. Alright. Sea King, 108 and 110 HP, 1 energy, swim freely. Isn't that... I think there's a thing that can accelerate energy to this. Yeah. Swim freely, 10 damage, flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Aqua Horn, 60 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. Interesting. Staryu, 60 HP, 2 energy, swift, 30 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance or by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Okay. Starmie, 90 HP, Mysterious Comet. Huh. Once during your turn, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you place damage counters in this way, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards. I love it. I have so many ideas. I love it. Oh, man. Yes. I don't know why Starmie's connected to comets, but maybe it's a piece of lore I don't know. It's so... Yeah, I love it. Rescue Carrier, Level Ball, those things are going to be fun while they're in the format, and I do think they rotate. But yes, please. The 2 energy, speed attack 50, I don't care about. This with the Raticate, right? You put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. You can do that quite a few times, right? Say 4 times in a single turn. That's 80 damage that they have. Then you attack with Raticate that triples it to 240 plus the 80, and you're looking at 310 damage in one turn, possibly. Whew. Mr. Mime, 90 HP, Mimic Barrier. We need a Level Ball and Rescue Carrier reprint. At this point, there's so many good 90 HP Pokemon. If this Pokemon and your opponent's active Pokemon have the same amount of energy attached, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. I love it. Oh man, I love it. It is such like a janky card, but I love it. There's workarounds and whatnot, but I still love it. Psi Power, put 3 damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Oh, I wish it was like put 3 for each energy on Mr. Mime. That would be cool. Scyther, 70 HP, Single grass energy, helpful slash, 20, attach a basic grass energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. 3 energy, 70, who cares? Sorry, Scyther. Jinx EX, 200 HP, which is low, I believe, for a basic EX. 3 energy, heart-stopping kiss. If your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, it is knocked down. Hypno! Yes. Also 3 energy, 120. Your opponent's active Pokemon's now asleep. I like this Jinx. I think this Jinx could do some janky stuff. Electabuzz, 90 HP. So many 90s. 1 energy, Electro Combo, 10 plus. If Magmar is on your bench, this attack does 40 more damage. It would be cool if it was 40 more for each Magmar. You could build that up so fast. 2 energy, Light Punch, 30. Let's take a look at the Magmar. Magmar, 90 HP, 1 fire, Live Coal, 10, 3 energy, Flare Combo, 80 plus. If Electabuzz is on your bench, this attack does 80 more damage. I'm not hating these two comboing. It's just like Reversal Energy doesn't work with them. That's my biggest issue. Pinsir and Luminous Energy is a bit wonky, but probably how you're going to use it. Pinsir, 120, 2 energy, Vice Grip, 30, 3 energy, Reckless Throw, 90 plus. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 90 more damage. I wish it also like swapped out their active or something, so it did 180 to them and put them on the bench, you know, like that would have been cool. Tauros, 120, 1 energy, Gather the Crew, search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. It's only one other basic, I don't like it. 2 energy, Rage, 30 plus. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage count on this Pokemon. No, I like Dodrio more than this Tauros. Sorry, Tauros. Magikarp, 30 HP, 1 energy, Splashy Splash. Love the name. Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, draw a card. That's not bad. That's a pretty good starting Magikarp. Gyarados, 190 HP from a evolving single prize Pokemon. That's pretty good. Untamed one. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you must discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Yikes. 4 energy, Hyper Beam, 200. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Whew. That is a lot of energy, but that is powerful. I'm kind of digging it. Lapras, 110, 1 energy, Hop on My Back. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. 3 energy, Aqua Edge, 90, just not good enough in my opinion. Ditto, 60 HP. Ditto's always got something weird. So first I'm going to read the attack, which is just Splurp. 10 damage for a single energy. Ability, Transformative Start. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may search your deck and choose a basic Pokemon you find there, except any Ditto. If you do, discard this Pokemon, all attached cards, and put the chosen Pokemon in its place, then shuffle your deck. That is spicy. I love it. Especially for those Pokemon that have like a, if you go second, attack. So you can have that basic Pokemon in your deck, have 4 Dittos, and just your first turn, if you're going second, I'm going to use Transformative Start, go search for that Pokemon. I'm thinking Hatsui and Voltorb for me personally, and you get that thing out. I like it. Ditto is awesome. Eevee, 70 HP, 1 energy, Colorful Friend. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon of different types, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Maybe the dreams of Eevee Box is like coming to fruition. 1 energy, Skip, 10 damage. Now, Colorful Friends is pretty cool. Vaporeon, 130, one of the Colorful Friends. Let's see, 1 energy, Spiral Drain, 30 damage, heal 30, 3 energy, Fighting Whirlpool, 90 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a EX or V, this attack does 90 more, so 180, that's not bad. Let's see how the box looks, right? Jolteon, 110, 1 energy. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Same 3 energy attack. Flareon, let's take a look. 130, 1 energy, 30 damage. If flip a coin, if heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active. Same 3 energy attack. That's kind of lame, but you do get to hit 3 different weaknesses. There's also a Sylveon Umbreon that I think came in Obsidian Flames, so that's an option for the EV box. Yeah. Porygon, 60 HP, 1 energy, conversion 4. Choose one of those types. Until the defending Pokemon leaves the active spot, its weakness is now that type. Okay, that's interesting. You can change your opponent's active weakness, but it remains that until that Pokemon leaves the active spot. So, like, all they gotta do is switch, double switch, you know? Omamite, which evolves from the Helix fossil, 100 HP, 2 water energy, Tentacular Return, Praise Helix, 50 damage, put an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, it's Omanyte. It's not bad. Omastar, same pose, but just bigger. 150 HP. I kind of dig it. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. Okay. And then 2 energy, 90 damage. This attack does 30 to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Not bad, honestly. I feel like they just took Omamite, turned it into Omastar, turned it in, and they're like, you gotta do more. So they're like, fine, I'll put seaweed in front of it. But yeah, it's not bad. That's an interesting Pokemon for sure. Kabuto, 90 HP, 2 energy, double scratch, flip 2 coins. This attack does 70 more for each heads. Okay. Kabutops, 160. Ability Ancient Way, apply weakness to your opponent's active Pokemon as 4 times instead. 3 energy, 100 damage, heal 30 from this. That ability is fascinating, but you'd have to play a weakness box deck, right? Something that targets the best weaknesses out there, and with 4 times gets all the KOs it needs. Aerodactyl, 130, 1 energy, 30 damage, 2 energy, De-Evolution Ray, 100 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, de-evolve it by putting the highest stage evolution card into your opponent's hand. You're doing 100. 100 knocks out a lot of evolving Pokemon. So you de-evolve it, and there's that 100 damage on there. Aerodactyl could be busted. Like, seriously busted. I mean, the biggest counter to Aerodactyl is, oh, I'm playing nothing but basic Pokemons. Okay, get something that's immune to basics, right? Snorlax, 150, ability. During your voraciousness? Voraciousness? I don't know. Once during your turn, you may put up to 2 leftover cards from your discard pile into your hand. Tool recovery. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure leftovers is a tool. Going back to the Voltorb, Snorlax, get 2 of them out, you can get 4 leftovers back. That's pretty good. A 3 energy Thudding Press, 130 damage. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. We don't care about that, really. Articuno, 120, Ice Float. If this Pokemon has any water energy attached to it, it has no retreat cost. 3 water energy, 110 damage. This does 10 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Not bad, honestly. Zapdos EX, 200 HP. Ability Volcanic? That sounds more like Volcano than it does Voltanic, right? Float. If this Pokemon has any lightning energy attached, it has no retreat. 3 lightning energy, 120. This also does 90 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. That has any damage counters on it. It's okay. I think Articuno's better, weirdly enough. Moltres, 120. Flare Float. If this Pokemon has any fire energy attached to it, it has no retreat cost. 3 fire energy, discard 2 fire energy. This attack does 120 to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Why is Moltres more like Galarian Articuno than like Galarian Moltres? That's weird, but I dig it. Dratini, 60 HP, 1 water energy, 10 damage, 1 water, 1 lightning, Draconic Whip, 40. Okay. I wish Beat was maybe 20, but I get it. Dragonair, 100 HP, again 100. Water Energy, Beat, 20. Water Lightning, Aqua Splash, 90. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. You're trying to evolve anyways, so probably not that big of a deal. Dragonite, 180. Ability, Jet Cruise. Your Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. All of them have no retreat cost. Why? That just counters Spite Up so hard. Water Energy, Lightning Energy, 180. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Kind of dig it. 2 energy, 180. You're not hitting any weakness. That's the biggest issue. Your Pokemon have no retreat cost. So, you know, you can get what you need in the active. I kind of dig it. Mewtwo, 130. 2 energy, Reflective Barrier, 20 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. Okay. Kind of interesting. 3 energy, Psy Slash, 130, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. Okay, not good, but the Reflective Barrier is interesting at least. Mew EX, 100 HP, ability Restart. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 cards in your hand. Okay, 3 energy, Geonome Hacking. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. That can be busted. I'm digging it. Wow, this Mew's good. And that is all 151 Pokemon. But we're not done yet. 1 hour, 16 minutes. Wow. Okay, moving on to the trainer cards. We've got Dome Fossil, 60 HP. It's an item card where you play it as a Pokemon. We've seen this kind of stuff before, but it does have an ability where it takes 30 less damage, so it's more likely to survive and you're able to evolve. So I do dig it. It's pretty awesome. Moving on. Helix Fossil, 60 HP, with an ability, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't play stadium cards from their hand. Okay, praise Helix. Old Amber, 60 HP. You use it for Articuno, or not Articuno, Aerodactyl. I do like that it has this. Evolves into Aerodactyl, or Aerodactyl EX. Where the hell is Aerodactyl EX? We need to see that. Yeah, those two don't have it. We need to see that. That means it's coming, right? Prevent all effects of your opponent's abilities done to this Pokemon. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Big Air Balloon. The Stage 2 Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. Not bad. Bill's Transfer. Look at the top 8 cards of your deck. You may reveal any number of Pokemon you find there, put them into your hand, shuffle the other cards back into your deck. It's like Candace with water Pokemon, but Bill's is only Pokemon, not Pokemon and Energy, but it is 8 cards. I think Candace might be 7, so yeah. Not bad, but what deck needs a ton of Pokemon, right? So, I mean, if you get 2 or 3 Pokemon off this, it's not bad, but you used your supporter for the turn for that. Is that really all you needed? Cycling Road, a new stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a basic energy card from their hand in order to draw a card. That's not bad. Daisy's Help. Draw 2 cards, look at your face-down prize cards. Look at your face-down prize cards. That's cool. They don't tell you to shuffle them and put them back, which is more interesting. I wish it was just town map, though. Energy Sticker. Now, this is huge. It's an item card, and you play it, and you flip a coin, and if heads, you attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to your benched Pokemon. It's energy acceleration for everyone. I love it. Definitely going to be jank decks built around it. Erica's Invitation. Your opponent reveals their hand, and you put a basic Pokemon you find there onto your opponent's bench. If you put a Pokemon onto the bench this way, switch that Pokemon into the active spot. That can be dangerous. They can just take a free prize, basically. They can't KO your active. Well, Erica's Invitation. Oh, that puny basic that you're going to evolve from later. I'll put that into the active instead. Like, yeah, that's pretty bonkers. Giovanni's Charisma. I'm getting lightheaded here. I'm talking so much, so fast. Put an energy attach to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand. If you do, attach an energy card from your hand to your active Pokemon. Energy acceleration, energy disruption, and lots of Pokemon are interacting with Giovanni's charisma, it seems, so there's a deck there for you. Love it. We got to build that deck, right? Grabber item card. Your opponent reveals their hand and you put a Pokemon you find there on the bottom of their deck. A Pokemon you find there on the bottom of their deck. Oh, I see you're trying to evolve into a stage 2. Grabber. Oh, it's in your hand. Let me just put that on the bottom of your deck. Good luck. You know, I like it. It's spicy. Leftovers. There's the Pokemon tool we were talking about. At the end of your turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, heal 20 from it. At the end of your turn. If it was between turns, I would like it a bit more. But right now, it's really just discard fodder for Voltorb with the Snorlax for covering it, right? Protective Goggles. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. So that's... I kind of dig that because even with the big basic EXs, they have no weakness, so they can stand a chance against the evolution Pokemon, but doesn't make it so broken, right? Rigid Band. The stage 1 this card is attached to takes 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Is that worth it? That's my question. Oh, special art. Now we're into special art. That is the full set. If you want to go, feel free. Thank you so much for sticking around. We are going to check out the special arts because look at that baby, the baby Bulbasaur. Oh, it's so adorable. Love it. Ivysaur. Oh, wow. Wow. So beautiful. Charmander. As much as I don't like Charmander, that art is so good. Charmeleon. Oh, it's getting higher up. And I'm guessing the Charizard is like escaping it or something. I do know the stage 2s are elsewhere in the set though. So Squirtle playing in the waves. So cool. Wartortle in the ocean swimming. Really beautiful artwork. Caterpie. Adorable. I love how like this Caterpie is framed by this Caterpie eating through the leaf. And then there's this Caterpie down here and that Caterpie down there. There's so many Caterpies. Pikachu, 60 HP. I've already done the analysis. Let's just look at the adorable art. That's what I need to do. You got Slowpoke, Blastoids, the Nidorans, Butterfree, Growlithe, the Psyduck. I didn't forget about that. Anything else? Oh, what is that? Is that a Slowbro? Or there's something there. I'm gonna guess a Slowbro. We got Jigglypuff and Gengar in the foreground. It looks like there's more, and I just, yeah, I gotta get going. Nidoking. I do like how it's just Nidoking being like, yeah, I'm the best. Psyduck here. Wait, I want to go back to that Psyduck. I love that it's like running down the steps and it's just freaking out. Like, it got to the top of the steps and saw something horrific and was just screaming back down like the stairs. Each step, you know, like, you know that's happening. Poliwhirl. Why did Poliwhirl get a special art, I wonder? It's gorgeous. I love the mood in it. Machoke. Moving Company? Yeah. Oh, hey, Meowth. Oh, Pidgeys. But the Machoke Moving Company. Heck yeah. Gen 3. Tangela. Love that's just swinging. It's having a blast. There's 2 Tangelas. Oh, man. This art. Mr. Mime. Oh, you know they're all having a serious conversation or playing poker. Yeah. I love that there's 3 of them. They're all talking. They're just, you know, figuring things out. Or they're just putting on a skit, you know. Omamite with Omastar back there. Kabuto back there. But beautiful artwork. Absolutely. Dragonair. Another gorgeous one. Like, it's just Dragonair swimming through these flooded ruins. And really just laying out how majestic Dragonair is. There's the full art Venusaur EX. Charizard EX. These full arts are kind of whatever to me. The Ninetales looks nice. Wigglytuff, nice. At least Alakazam's like floating spoons. You know, he's doing something. Like Golem's just, I'm here. Kangaskhan standing. Jinx. Zapdos. Mew. At least the swirls behind Mew are kind of cool. Bill's transfer. Full art Bill. Full art Daisy's help. I wonder why. A full art Erica's invitation. Very beautiful. Love the cherry blossoms in the back and everything. Giovanni's charisma. He looks like he's saying, you know, you darn brats, you know. Ooh, there's that Venusaur EX special art. Such a lush jungle. Like, and I do feel like the digital representation does not do the card justice. When we see that card in person, hopefully I do, I think that's just going to blow me away. Charizard EX, like I said, escaping the, you know, they were climbing up the mountain and now it's flying away and escaping. Absolutely gorgeous. Blastoids, Deep Thought. Kind of lame, but it is kind of getting that Dark Abyss aspect of it, of going deep into the ocean. But it's very lonesome, and it looks sad, honestly. Alakazam EX. Not bad. I like all the junk around, but, you know, floating different objects and whatnot. Maybe. It's just floating its spoons currently. Zapdos EX having all 3 legendary birds in it is just so beautiful. That is so nice. Is Lugia anywhere in this? Because Lugia is kind of connected to him due to the second movie. No? Okay. Erica's Invitation gets another art. Looks gorgeous. You know, you've got all these plants and whatnot where she's creating her perfumes. You know, very gorgeous artwork there. And Giovanni's Charisma with the Persian. Love it. He's such a cat guy, like, honestly. He's got the Master Ball there, too. Ooh, interesting. And then a Gold Mew EX. And I think that brings us to the end. No, a Gold Switch. And a Gold Basic Psychic Energy. But that's basically the end. Thank you so much for sticking around for an hour and a half while I go through every card in Scarlet Violet 151. Now I need a nap. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the future content that I'll be bringing you from Scarlet and Violet 151. And go ahead, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I think I said those two. Join the Discord where we've got an awesome community that we're building. Great people are in there. They're building fun decks. We're talking strategies. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.